Fire away.
Okay. Prosecutor Layton, talk to me a little bit about the charges issued against First Ward Councilman Leon El-Alamin.
So the Mount Morris Township Police received a call and were dispatched to an address. And when they got there, there was a woman who said that she had been assaulted by her longtime live-in boyfriend. And she had lacerations on her face and bruising, consistent with her claim that she was punched in the face. She had a mark across her neck, consistent with her statement that she had been choked, and she said she had been dragged out of the room by her hair. Her statement to the police was that Mr. El-Alamin became angry because she was looking at her emails and he didn't like that. So the police went, took her statement, it was corroborated by the physical evidence, brought it to our office, and we determined that there was probable cause that a crime was committed and probable cause that Mr. El-Alamin committed the crime.
There was an arrest warrant issued, and then Mount Morris Township Police ended up pulling him over. Was he pulled over because his license plate?
That all happened after our office was involved, so I don't really know the specifics about the arrest. I've only learned about that through the media.
How serious is this?
Domestic violence is an extremely serious crime, and I take a very harsh view of it. In my 20-plus years on the job, we've been very vigorous in our prosecution of men who beat up women. I don't like those kind of situations. In this case, the count for assault with intent to do great bodily harm, strangulation, is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. It's alleged he did choke her. And so if that is sustained beyond a reasonable doubt in court, he could be sentenced to up to 10 years in prison. Count 2 is for domestic violence, which is an assault and battery upon your girlfriend, spouse, husband, whatever, and that's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days.
You mentioned that your office has taken a hard stance on domestic violence. We've covered these cases. Does it matter if this is a public figure or not, or an elected official?
You know, I get asked that question a lot, and in this case I've been asked that a lot, and the answer is it doesn't matter who the suspect is, everybody's treated the same. We take the facts that are given to us by the police and we apply the law, and in this case it's resulted in a GBH count and a domestic violence count.
In the grand scheme of things, these charges, they're serious. I mean, it's a felony, it's a misdemeanor. I know that he has posted bonds. I know that your office does not determine, that's a judge's decision. Do you think that sometimes the bond's too low?
If I had a staff large enough that we could attend every arraignment, we would be able to take a position on bond with the judge, but we don't have that ability because, you know, we're short-staffed as it is. We struggle to cover all the courts and the trials and the hearings. We can't be at arraignments. There are times when bonds are too low, and there are times that, frankly, bonds are excessive. But it's up to the judge, and it's based on the court rules. And for the most part, judges do a very good job setting the appropriate bond.
For your office, what's next in this case?
So we're going to have a probable cause hearing, also called a preliminary examination, at which time we have to prove that there's reasonable belief the crime was committed, reasonable belief that Mr. El-Alamin committed the crime. That's what's known as probable cause. If the judge determines we've established that, the case is bound over to the circuit court for trial.
Tonight, what's your message to the community?
Well, I want women especially to know that they don't have to live under abuse situations. There's help out there. The prosecutor's office is one place, the sheriff's department, the YWCA is a great resource. They have a shelter to help women who are in dire straits, and the national hotline is out there. You can call it 24/7 and get some kind of relief if you're in a bad situation.
Is there anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Okay.